Hey everyone, it's Yon. How's my volume? Is it good? Uh, it's like really late at night, and like I just felt like playing Minecraft. Yeah, I'm doing great. Like I slept like so good. I slept so good yesterday night. So I'm just I'm feeling ready. Uh let's remove that. Hi everyone, it's YonKaGor stream as usual. Let me actually have chat on the side, this then I wouldn't have to keep doing this. And like you might be asking, like, why is YonKaGor not asleep? And the answer is, uh, so earlier I was watching Andre's stream, and there's basically like I fell asleep while watching Andre's stream. Okay, his voice is really nice, okay? Like, it's just unfair. Like, it's just unfair. So, of course, I fell back to sleep. And then I didn't know. Like, now I'm like awake. I'm fully awake. And everyone else is asleep. So I was like, you know what? Let's do some building in creative Minecraft. If you guys like watched me play oh, this is modded by the way, so there will be blocks that doesn't exist in like regular Minecraft. Just letting you know in case you think like, oh, I've never seen that block before. Of course, I'll be using a lot of vanilla Minecraft blocks too. I mean, they all look pretty good either way, right? But yeah, I won't be reading chat too much because of course like it's really like late and like right now I'm not good with like what is it? I'm not good with doing multiple things at once. And I think yeah, like if I focus on like this, like if I'm focusing on one thing, I have a hard time like focusing on other things. It has to be like focused on one thing. But if I'm not focused on that one thing, then I can do multiple things. Right now, I'm focusing on building and talking, so that's already using like 2 of my brain cells. So it's gonna take a bit for me to get used to talking too while doing that. So yeah, sorry for that. Yeah, if you have like stuff to do tomorrow morning, I'd say you should go to sleep. It's not a good thing to just stay awake like this late. It's pretty late today. of course, like I've been working on a few things. A lot of it isn't work though, I'll be honest. Like a lot of it is just what I'd say, like it's not like work that I'd consider work, as in like it's not music. It's still work. It's still like something to do like with my career as a musician, but it's not making music, definitely not, and it's not making videos either. I've been taking a break from doing any videos or music. I've decided that because I actually got really sick. And I couldn't record anything because I was sick. So I just decided that, you know what? I'm gonna take a break this month. And just not do a lot of things that take up a lot of my energy. Thanks, Soy Poggers, for the 100 bits. Good morning. It's night. I mean, technically, it's really early morning, isn't it? 2 brain cells. Actually, do I even have 2 brain cells? Now that I think about it, like, I think my friend Andre took like half my brain cells. Did he take it? No, like I didn't have any to begin with. So what I'm thinking is, so just like in my old house, I want to go in, and then when you look to the right, I want it to be like the kitchen. So this part is going to be the kitchen. But the difference with my old house and this one is that this is gonna be like a bigger kitchen. And instead of it being like separated with like a little, let's say a small partition or separator, I'm gonna use this as like a kitchen counter, you know, like a bar counter. So if I were to add like a blue stool here, like I want people to be able to like sit here and just eat, you know? That's what I wanted to do. Yes, Andre is a brain cell thief. Not that he does it on purpose. Like, if you think Andre, you wouldn't think, oh yeah, like he would steal brain cells. No, I feel like Andre is like someone who would accidentally steal someone's brain cells, like not on purpose, just like just because you like you would like hang out with someone and like he would be like, can I borrow your brain cell? And then he forgot to like give it back. Like that's the kind of person that Andre is to me. And to be fair, I'm not very different in that sense. Like I probably will also take your brain cells and then forget about it. It's not my fault that like I keep forgetting to put back the brain cells, you know. Is it? It's my fault. It is my fault, but I'm not taking it. I'm not gonna take it. Let's make the dining table. Like in my old house, I put the dining table over here. But my old house only had like 4. It's gonna be eaten for 4 people. But you know, since there's been like a lot of newcomers in the last server, I don't think 4 is gonna be a good number. I'll do 6. 6 is good for you know, like a small dinner of people. It's not like I'm gonna have like more than 6 people, and if there is more than 6 people, they can sit in the bar, right? Sit, chair. I almost forgot what chairs are called. I was like, sit. Oh, yeah. Yes, Minecraft houses can get really big and like just like very empty. And that's what I'm trying to avoid. That's why I'm trying to put a lot of furniture everywhere, because I don't want it to be, you know, super empty. Like I'm trying to make it less empty by like making sure that like a lot of the spaces are covered. That way, like it feels like it's cozier, you know? Like sure, there's like some spaces like this, like blocks like these where like there's like a little space, but I don't want it to be way too big that it feels like there's nothing there. I want it to be cozy. And with this mod pack where there's like really big chests, like let me show you, like an amethyst chest, these things are huge. Like it has like so much, you can store so much with just like one chest. And to me that's like you know, space saver. So stuff like that, I feel like I can make the house a lot more cozy even without doing a lot. So I want aquarium here. So in my old house I didn't have an aquarium because I wasn't sure how to make like a proper aquarium. But after like playing for a while, I realized there's like a few blocks that actually help me make a really good looking aquarium, like this framed glass trapdoor. So these trapdoors, if you put them together, it actually connects, but it's a trapdoor. So it's like if I were like, for example, put it like this, yeah, like see it like connects like that. And it ends up looking like a proper aquarium. Just because it connects like that, you know? Like look at that. It already looks pretty solid. Right? Fish, exactly. Exactly. But look at how good this aquarium looks, right? There's just something so like rewarding about like just having a really good looking aquarium. Thanks Burrito Bros 23 for the tier 1 sub. To Rico Clauser. Hope you enjoyed that tier 1 sub. Thank you. I appreciate it. I actually don't know how laggy the stream is. What is it? The delay between my voice and in the stream. I should probably check that later after I finish streaming, so I can hum without the stream being like, "Oh, your voice is actually delayed by like 2 seconds." And I'm just there like confused. Thanks Burrito23 for another tier 1 sub to Retrodemy. Happy birthday, Rat, is what I would say about that. Let's continue working on this. So here in my old house, this is where I would put the outside part. I'm not too sure, like, how should I make this? Like, how big should I make it? I guess I can deal with how big I want it to be later. Oh. I like this though, like maybe this is a good place though. I'll need to add like a wall here and then I'll make my mind up. Oh wow, there's a hype train. I wasn't even paying attention. I am so sorry. Choo choo. Did you know I like trains? You know what? Just for this, I'm gonna wear a conductor's hat. How do you guys like my conductor's hat? It's going through my hat, my hair, but you know what? It works, so I'll take it. Alright, alrighty. This is looking pretty solid so far. Let's do the spruce bridge stairs. So I found this out recently while working on my own builds, that like the bridge stairs look so good as just like normal stairs. Like, look at this. Now I'm still not too sure like how I want to implement this, but so far it's looking pretty good. This, I guess. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. Doesn't even need that because it already looks pretty good without it. Like, see? I don't know if Spruce is the right one I want. Like, it works for this, I guess. Does it need one more? Maybe. Oh, hi, Donuts. It's pretty late, yeah. But you know what happened? I fell asleep watching Andre's stream, and now I'm like awake. And I'm bored, so I'm just making a house for myself, like on creative. It was like one of the best sleeps I had in a while, like best naps I've had in a while. Like having having Andre's voice while you sleep is like so fucking good. Hmm. What do I wanna go with this? Good night, everyone who's going to bed. What time is it for me? It's like 1:40. How long have I been streaming? It's only been like 30 minutes. Also, the reason I sound sleepy is that like this is how I talk at night. Like Melo's sleeping on the other room, and I talk a lot quieter at night because I don't want to wake her up. Da, 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 da. This is where I want my bed to be, so I'm gonna put that there. Yeah, this is looking pretty good. One, two, three, and then this goes up. Oh, I fell down. Whoops. Go to school if you need to go to school. Go to sleep if you need to go to sleep. Uh, can always watch the VOD, I think. I don't know if the VOD will be up. It should be. So I was gonna make a chest room somewhere, but I've decided that like I'm just gonna use the attic as the chest room, just like last time, because last time I made like a big house and I made a chest room. I ended up not using the chest room to its fullest and ended up using the attic anyways. Because, you know, chest rooms aren't the most, what is it? Pretty thing in a build. Like, if you were to make a real life equivalent of like a chest room, it would be a, you know, like a storage room where like it would just be like in the back of the house, you know? That's what I think about like a whole like chest room thing. So you know what? I'll skip the chest room. Ba, ba, da, ba, ba, ba. I want a bookshelf. Bookshelf. Is there a spruce one? Spruce bookshelf. Large. Spruce trapdoor. That is a huge bookshelf. Do I need this much space for a bookshelf? You know what? It's good. Yeah, chest can be like a lot of things. Like these things work as chests, but like, you know, like the problem with these kind of drawers is that like they're mostly for decoration in the house. Cause how are you gonna use it? Like what do you store in it is the thing. Is the problem with these kind of drawer chests. Like what do you want to store in it? Not really. Uh like you don't want to like, for example, add a item frame or something, right? Like you don't want to have a drawer like this and then making it looking like this, because that's just kind of silly. It looks silly. But I do want more closets. Like either a chest or a barrel. I guess a barrel would work too, considering they're pretty big. Because there's amethyst barrels and stuff like that. I think these would work better. Or is there like framed storage? Framed. Nope. There's a framed chest, but I don't want to use that. Yep. Okay. And I need a place to tall. Yeah, what do you think about that? It's like a little it's like a little I forgot what these are called. Wardrobe-ish cabinet. That needs a carpet. Light blue. Blocky carpet. If it like extrude out a little, it like shows like where the space is. That's looking pretty good. Continue on with the design. Fish. Fish. What kind of fish would be good in our place? I mean, it'd be like the, you know, the tropical fish, right? I want a blue one. If I find a blue one, I'll definitely get a blue tropical fish. I want to do the same thing here. But this time I'm gonna have a chest. Like this. But if I like close this part, you can't open it. So that's a problem. I'll see what I can do there. Like a barrel would be a lot better because you can open up the top, you know. But I can always just like close it up like this, right? Like this. So you can still open it anyways. It's not really a huge problem. Yeah, you know what? I'll take that. I have a drawer here. Another drawer. I want this to be a wardrobe. Shelf? I hate that. How? Why is it looking like that? That's silly. This one is from the last house. See, it looks like a desk now that like I added support. I just need like a chair here, and it's basically a desk. Isn't that so cool? The house needs more fish. This is a mod pack called Bounce SMP. You should try it if you like. If you like modded Minecraft, it's pretty fun. Oh, I know what I want. I want drawers here. Like, but these kind of drawers. This is where I'll, like, basically have all my food items. Because this would make it easier to, have food items. Like, it's a bit silly looking, but it's functionality, you know? It's very functional. Not to mention it is spruce. Like, spruce works with almost everything. Almost everything. Not everything. Now, it's time to put on the sofas. Need the sofa here. Oh wait, I forgot about this part. Whoop, whoop, whoop. That's good. Take a moment to add this, add this. This is exactly like my old house. Like, not much has changed. But you know what? Like, I don't need to change anything that's not broken. Which, I mean, my last living room was pretty broken. Was weird. I didn't like it that much. So here we are. Here we are. Fish. I do like me my fish. Well, that guy's banned. Here we go. There's one thing I needed. It was something to do with I wanted to use jungle. Railed? How does this one look? Does it look good on it doesn't look bad. Looks bad on top, but like Half of it is gonna be like this, you know. I do want like this thing, partition, because I can make it look in the middle like this. Like this looks so much better. I'm not sure if I like this anymore. Jungle, jungle, uh, jungle hay block. Interesting. Jungle plank. Fine. Mosaic. I like the mosaic one. I'll take that actually. It's very subtle. Like it looks very modern. Oh, sorry. Is this too tall? I think this is too tall. No? Is it not? I think it's too tall. A bit unsure. Might be too tall, yeah. The problem with it being too tall is again, like, Minecraft houses can look really big. Either too big or too small. Like, and when it's too tall, it gets so tall that it doesn't look cozy. And when it doesn't look cozy, it doesn't look as good. It doesn't, yeah, it doesn't, it looks like, I'd say like, it's just not my style to have it like way too big. Like I just want a small cozy house. Hey Philip, yes, this is the YonKaGor stream. Not that it's any special stream or anything. I know I like this one. Ooh, thanks the final boss 234 for the 1 tier 1 sub. I appreciate that. Yeah, this makes more sense because then it's like 1 block this, and then I can use 2 blocks for the yeah, see, what do you guys think? I think it's looking pretty good. Like in interior wise, like look at this. It's very cozy. Don't you think so? Polished and the side stairs? The thing I want with this cooking pan, like this basket, is that like if I were to like put a thing here and I were to cook like, what is it, like raw pork, for example, like if I were to put this here, like in theory when it's done it should go straight to the basket, but it doesn't, and that's a problem. But if I were to make it a polished and like a slab instead, it should work. Raw pork chop, like here, like if I were to cook it. Blackstone. Yeah, maybe I should try blackstone. Yeah, it goes straight to the basket, so I'll try some blackstone. I don't like it. Sorry. Maybe deep slate? I think you're getting somewhere like with the blackstone. It's just probably deep slate is what I'm looking for. Like polished cut deep slate like this one. This color, yeah? Does it make sense? Like it's this color. Polished cut deep slate. Thank you to Final Boss 234 for the 100 bits. Oh, bad internet. Hopefully it gets better, the internet. Oh, I like this actually. Yeah, you know what? It is a bit harder to get, but it is just deep slate. It's not like Blackstone you have to go straight to the nether, which is gonna be a bit hard. Deep slate you just need to go down a lot. Like in terms of coziness, what do you guys think? This is pretty cozy. I have a plan with this, like this part, the drawer connectors. have a plan for it. There's not really much I can say about it for now, but I do have a plan for it. I'm liking this. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Again, this is way too tall. Just one tile lower, and it's perfect. I like this. This can be a door, goes in. This, I want this to be a colored thing. So, cyan wool. Mairana. Dia kana. It's looking pretty okay, actually. Oh, carpet or two on the floor of the living room area. I mean, I already have this one. Like, that works. Probably on the way to the outside too. There's too much here. I want something here, but it'll probably be something a bit rough colored. Carpet. Cattail tash carpet. No, that's too much. Carpet. Cross-haired cyan carpet. This one. This one's really good, actually. Oh, that is really good. Like for welcome mats and stuff, like that is really good. Thanks for the suggestion. Let's continue working on this. I don't know if it's a good idea to have it like open like this. Wardrobe, tall spruce. This one, and I'll try this one. These are two I like. Thanks, Gurgi, for subscribing for tier 1. Ooh, that's a really cool looking wardrobe actually. I like that. First I need to like fill this up. Otherwise, it looks pretty good. Look at that. Let's start adding lamps now. I know I want the white lamps in this build. Because it looks really fancy. Like, look at that. This and this. Is that a good color or should I do white? White definitely works better. How about this one? Like, is blue better or white better? I think white just works better everywhere. Is this too much? Like, should I move this here and then put the like this? Is this better? Yeah, probably, you know what? Glad you like my avatar. I should start using my 3D one again, because it's been a while since I've used one. Yeah, I like this. I'll try the crosshair. Cyan carpet here. I think it would probably work better. Yeah, it does work better. I like this a lot. I want a stool here. Like these blue small stools. Just to extend for my really long bed. I guess this is this is a really weird place to put your but you know what? It's fine. Definitely don't want a sofa like yeah, like there is probably fine. Or just not have a sofa in the room. There's already a lot of sofas. Yeah, you know what? This is fine. And it's already like lit up. It looks pretty good. I'm quite enjoying it. OG Minecraft lighting is so like I hated it because I really liked the idea of using like the redstone lamp, but it's like you need to like light it up and it's annoying. It's good because in this particular mod pack there's a lit redstone lamp which is just gonna be lit up. And I think that's pretty good for builds like that where you actually want to use redstone lamps without having to like find a way to put a switch somewhere. Like I would hide my switch like below the ground here and then just like have a switch just to turn on my Redstone lamp. What I usually do here is birch plank, these ones, birch plank windows, and the strip birch windows, and like, oh no, it's doing this thing. And just like continue like this basically. And I think it looks pretty good because you can barely see that it's like two different things. Because I really like the texture of like these being like two mosaic jungle planks. There you go. Just look at that. That's pretty good if you ask me. This one too. Looking pretty good. But what I would do in my room is that I'd make it like this. Like at least in the room itself, I just make it connected. Over here, it's all like, you know, handled like this, but in the room, it's connected. I think that's a good thing. $2:30 a.m. stream. It's pretty fun. I like building. I'm enjoying it so far. How are you doing, Ellie? One of the best things that we have cover, like frame covers, and this thing, you can just cover up this, like, see? And like from the other side, it still has this, but from this side, it's just covered up, which is what I'm gonna do with the one behind here, like this one. If I add a cover here, I can cover it up. I'll need to delete that, but see, it's like covered up. And now if you like open the wardrobe and just delete this, it's like it's like cheating. Like it's not supposed to be in Minecraft something like this, but it's just like it works. And I like it. It's like cursed in a way. It's not supposed to happen. Now I just need the doors, the last doors. Yeah, this looks good. And you might be asking, why would I have a 2x2 door. Like 3x1 door. Like why would I have a tall door? And the answer is like, you know, in case I get big boys home, then like you wanna take one to the bedroom, you need a tall one. Anyways, sorry, that was just sort of really out of nowhere. Time to work on the balcony, as they call it. Because I think the inside of it, at least, is basically finished. Oh yeah, these things. Same thing, just get a cover. Just cover it up. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, boop, boop, boop. Boop. How do I put that one? Boop, boop. And just get jungle planks and start putting it in. And look at that! It's like it's supposed to be that. This one doesn't even look that bad. Oh well, but I still want to make it look cohesive. So let's put in the jungle planks. And done! Look at that. It's looking pretty solid so far. And it's time to work on the roof. Oh, a late night sus YonKaGor? What's wrong with late night sus YonKaGor? Let me be late night sus. I mean, you've seen me in other people's streams. I'm pretty sus. It's just that like I don't usually do that in my own streams. That saved me so much time working on the roof. Oh, there's still a bit of left here. Space and shift to crouch in air. Wait, is that a thing? Space and shift. Oh, I can! Shit! I didn't know this. Why aren't I crouching though? Like why is... I didn't know this. That just blew my mind. Whoa. Is there anything that I can add to this? This already looks pretty good. Like, I'm already pretty happy with this. Flower pots. And of course, the exterior can be better. But that's with like everything, you know? Like, we start with the interior first, especially because with Minecraft, it's easy to mess up the interior. Even after you've done like the exterior, like, you're just like, oh, it looks cool from the outside, but I don't know what to put inside. And that's what I'm trying to avoid. Thanks, Paitina, for the tier 1 subscription. All right. Spruce fence. Start putting in the fence. Spruce fence, I said. Oh, it's on my mouse. Okay. Look at that. That's pretty nice looking. Look at that. Okay, it's really blocky right now, but that's because we don't have we don't have a roof yet. And I'm gonna start working on the roof. Last time I used palm roof. And I might use the other palm roof now. This one. Like this color. No, wait, last time I used this one too. I just forgot. YonKaGor. How do I want to make this look? Just the classic look of like this would work, because I mean, like, this is how they usually make it look in Indonesia, I think, at least. Because I'm building a house based off of like what is it, tropical resort, which they usually use this kind of house design. How do I want to make this one work though? Like, just randomly add this? Yes, it works. Yeah, you know what? It works. I won't. I don't think it's that bad looking. Oh shit. What is happening? Oh, how does this work? Okay, that works. Continue. Just continue. Why is it doing that? Like, this is like the most basic way to like make you know, roofing, but this is what I see in most Indonesian housing, so I'm just gonna do this. So, you know, you can make it look a lot less in a way symmetrical, I guess. I'm excited to see how it works with the rounding place, though. Just look at this. Yeah, I'm liking that. This is no longer blocky. This becomes non-Minecrafty. That is what it is. It is what it is. And then it gets taller. I know it's Minecraft, but like, there's ways to make it not look blocky, you know, like using stairs and all that. Like, it makes it less blocky in a way. And the problem is, how do I make this? Because this needs to be like this. Like, do I just keep going upwards? Like, what do I fill this part with? Probably like the sandstone one. Oh, but then I'll need like lots of sand for that. And I hate getting sand. Jungle is pretty easy to get. So you know what? I'll do jungle. Ah. Ah. Is this good? It looks weird. This part at least. I'll keep it like this. But I won't let it like touch this part, I guess. Boom boom ba da 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 da. Fill it with fish. Yes, I will use fish. You know, there's a block in this mod pack that's basically just fish. It's a barrel of fish, which I should probably use in my build. Probably like if I, because this is gonna be built like right in front of the ocean or so. If I add like a fish, like a tropical fish crate, uh, puffer fish crate. Let's see, fish, salmon crate. Oh, they do have salmon crate. Fish barrel. Yeah, see, that's like just fish. It's fish all over. I should probably add this in front of my house. You know what? I'll do that. And then I can truly fill it with fish. Sorry if I'm not like reading the chat too much. I'm pretty much it's really hard for me to multitask. How do I even deal with this one? Like this doesn't work. Like how do I deal with this one? Yeah, you know what? That works. La 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 da 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 la 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 Papaya papa Papaya papaya papa Papaya papa Papaya papa Papaya papaya papa Ay 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 Papaya papaya papa Papaya ya ya papaya Let's see. I'm not sure what's happening here, so you know what? I'll do that later. Did you guys know that Minecraft roofs, or working on roofing, is like one of my least favorite thing to do in building, in Minecraft building? Like, is just so tedious. In any type of building game, actually, like if I were to make a house in The Sims, I actually hate working on the roofing too. It's one of like my least favorite things to do. And like, especially in Minecraft, like this is gonna take so much palm trees. Like this is a lot of palm trees I need to cut down. Which I mean, like, fair enough, but also like, why? Free Yonsert? Why did you choose to not have a wall next to the stairs? So this one, I just thought like this would be like a really nice place to just see there's water down there kind of thing, you know? Like it's a nice change of like pace. Like there's still like a roof here, so like if they were like raining and stuff, like it it's still fine. But I feel like having it like open like that, it makes it feel like it makes it feel like I am in like an open area kind of thing, you know? It feels open and I really like that. Like it feels like it's open to the nature. I sound like a hippie right now. To be fair, I am building a Balinese house, like not in particular, but like a tropical resort house. No, it's already like pretty much that kind of like uh all right. That's basically done, like the first bit of it. Just need to start working on the second bit, which is gonna look like this. And this part is gonna look really weird. because it's two roofs meeting each other. I don't actually know how that works in real life. How roofing works in real life, they confuse me. I'm not an architect. I don't know anything about architecture. Therefore, I don't actually know how well this would work in a real life scenario. Katamari mamore. Sorry, I don't actually know the lyrics to this song. This part is gonna be filled up like this. I'm not gonna have attic in my room. Or should I just add a random attic in my room anyways? That would be really funny, wouldn't it? Right? I hate doing roofs in Minecraft. I hate making roofs in any games. I hate this, like making roofs in The Sims. Like I made like a really good looking like interior once in The Sims. I was super happy with it. And then I had to make the exterior. And then I was like looking at it and was like, I hate this. This looks ugly as fuck. Oh, look at this lighting. This is so cool. Like this is such a cool lighting. Except I'm not gonna use that. I'll just add like a torch. Just to brighten up the area. But yeah, look at that. It's looking pretty good so far. One more thing. Curtains. Probably not just one more thing, but I do know I want curtains. Probably not there. Here, definitely. Yep. I don't need a thing. You know what this house needs? A toilet. Oh my god. It kind of does need a toilet, but I'm not gonna make a toilet. It's looking pretty good so far. I'm pretty happy with it. What do you guys think? Let's turn on the shaders and see what it looks like. Look at that. Oh, what is this? Okay. I'll need some torches. Like out here. I think the torch works really well. Yeah, like this, like resource pack has like really cool looking torches. Like, look at that. Like, I actually don't mind adding torches in my build this way. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Modded Minecraft is definitely something else. And it's definitely not for everyone. But I like it. I personally really like it. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. Another thing I can try with the roofs is to actually make it look like this. Like open up the middle part. Oh, but if I want to renovate it, I'll renovate it later. But for now, this looks pretty good. What do you think of my little aquarium? Let's add some fish. Tropical fish. Ooh, nice color choices, Minecraft. I appreciate that. Having like coral would be ideal, but I'm definitely not gonna like keep it here for this build. Like, I'll add it later, like down the line when once I actually have the corals. Like, I'm just here to like test it out. I'm just gonna put this here just to test it out. Do I have rocks? Like, yeah, there's rocks, right? Can I put like, no? No rocks underwater? I guess no rocks underwater. But yeah, like, look at that. That's pretty cool looking. Sea pickle. It's just for lighting. I'll put it here. Yeah, look at that. Isn't that really cool? For an aquarium? And don't you just want to like sit here and just like admire the outside? Wait, I can change the shader settings, can I? Here. Yeah, that looks pretty. Oh, how do I get to the attic though? That's one question. Uh, last time I had a ladder here, like just a random ladder, which I guess I can Do again. Probably a better looking one. Spruce ladder. This not a good place to have the ladder. How would you go get to the... How would you go to the top? Like, where should I... Where can I access it? It's like over here, right? Like, look at how big this place is. But there's no like practical way to actually go in, and that's a problem. That's not a good place to go. There? Spruce ladder. How do I do this? Ooh. Not bad. And I just need a trapdoor. Oh. That's not what I meant by I needed a trapdoor. There you go. Like, it's not very noticeable. Like you can kind of see, but like it's not like super out there, you know. Oh. There you go. What do you guys think? It's the shader is complementary reimagined. That's what I'm using, and it looks pretty. You know what? I'll keep this. I like the feeling of it. Something about it looking like this is really nice. And it'll have like chests here and like other things. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. Oh, the tall door seems to have problem with the lighting. Oh well. This is Yon's house. What do you guys think? I'll add like greenery later. After the house is done, I'll add some greenery. But for now, this is the YonKaGor house. You know what I want in my room? I am going to anyways, let me delete these things for now, just because they're hard to find. Oh, I killed one of the fishes. Oh well. They're really hard to take care of anyways. Alright guys, that's the end of the YonKaGor building stream. Thank you all for joining. I will probably go to sleep because it's like 3 a.m. And wow, I've been streaming for 2 hours. I didn't even realize that. Thank you guys for joining in. I'm just gonna take a few moments just to like look at my house for a bit. See if there's anything I need to change. Yes, some parts look a bit weird from below, but I shouldn't worry about it. I am worrying about it. Oh, I broke a door. Oh. All right. Good night, guys. Is there anyone I should is there anyone I should rate? Let's see. What is this? There's not anyone that I know. So you know what? Yeah, I guess I'll just send it here. It's 3:14. It's like pi hours. Good night. Don't forget to eat your vegetable. Yum yum.